Oh,
Alright, we're live. Anyways, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Reaction Squad podcast. This is episode 11, and today we're gonna be talking about some topics and plus the new member, and the new member is
Official.
Ivan. Well, he's a new member on the show now. It's official.
Oh, well, he died.
always was new, but
No, he's back. He's back.
No, I'm still here. I'm here.
So yeah, congrats to the
Okay.
new member Ivan, and we're gonna be talking about Thanos, Infinity Gauntlet confirmed, the game of the year, SpongeBob, and more. So yeah, so congrats to Ivan for getting 600 subscribers. Congrats to him.
Snap.
Thanks, everybody. I work hard. You all rock.
Corey, you've been growing. Like Corson said, you've been growing for like 1 month. Like you got 500 subscribers 1 month, and now this month. Like
I'm just shocked at the progress. Really, I'm just like, and it really all started with the one video I did, which is one of the Asian videos I did. Overnight, it was well over 200. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know people were gonna be into it. Really, I just did it because I'm doing requests just to see what people will watch. You know what I mean?
Plus, guys, you like my new mic on the show? It is a new mic I got on Amazon. Black Friday deals.
Nice.
Black
Nice.
Friday.
Nice.
So I hope I
Nice.
sound good in this episode.
oh,
You sound good, buddy.
No, because I
I said it before. Please don't do any ASMR.
Yeah, even though
Don't do it.
Even though that Nidge has a professional mic here, actually, and Boozled. They're both professional mics. But yeah, we should get on to the topic. So we could talk about SpongeBob, our favorite meme, SpongeBob. The creator has died. And
The father, man. The father of SpongeBob. The father of all the memes is dead.
oh,
Yeah, that's a tragedy.
our happiness. Oh, our happiness. I'm
Yeah,
so
that's-
sad.
That's yeah, you have to press F to pay respects.
Everyone's sad.
You
Everyone's sad
do.
because of that. Because everyone loved this SpongeBob as a meme. Obviously.
We're losing too many people.
Oh yeah, I mean,
First it starts with Stephen Carl, you know, we are number one, dude.
oh yeah, we got-
And then what Stan Lee and now the creator of SpongeBob.
yeah.
That's
I don't know why
good.
famous people are dying this year. Like I don't know why is that. Like someone told me that on Reddit, saying like lots of people are dying this year. I'm very surprised that.
Cancer, drugs, mostly drugs. That's probably the best reason I can come up with.
Don't do drugs, Mooncake.
Fame is overrated.
To be fair, a lot of people die every year. We just don't think about it. Go back last year and really tally up. Go to the year before. It's this thing that we psychologically keep repeating and saying, I can't believe this, and that. It's like happens every year. It's life and death, you know. It's just part of
I guess mostly just for the.
obviously some years will touch us personally more than other years. Like, especially for you cats, you guys love the creator. You love SpongeBob. Me personally, I don't even like SpongeBob. It doesn't mean it's a bad show. What it means is that, like, I remember seeing it back in 2000 when it first came out, or 99. Like, I'm a lot older than you cats, so I saw
99.
it. Yeah, it was 99. Yeah, I remember when it first came out, and the only thing I can remember was that Laffy does. And it's just like, I was just like, God, that hurts my ears. But my friend's cousin, you know, she was mentally retarded and she loved the damn show. So we had to watch it because that was her favorite show. So, but I will admit, at least when it first came out, maybe down the road, I just kind of built up an anti-tolerance. I don't know. I thought it was clever. I thought they actually snuck. It was like Shrek. You know what I mean? But the cartoon version. Because they snuck in a lot of stuff that kids didn't even get. And I'm laughing at it, right? Like,
That's true.
I can't act like I'm a hardcore fan like you cats, but I at least can respect the subliminal messages, you know, the humor.
The subtlety.
Yeah,
Yes. It was
Total-
very good for its time. I think like I said, you cats can tell me, like, did it calm down over the years, or did I just?
Yeah.
It did. It got worse over the years.
Right after the movie, when the creator left, after the first movie,
Yeah,
it went downhill
like
from that.
immediately, like the next season after the movie.
It got worse over
Everybody
time.
goes to the worst years.
Okay. So maybe you know what? Like I said, I'm going off of old memory, and it's been a long time. But when it
It's
first
true,
came
though.
out, I was like, dude, this is like the cartoon of Shrek, and Shrek to me was like, mwah, like how it just like parents liked it, kids liked it. Then all of a sudden, it just became like this show that all the adults hated it, and I was just like, I didn't pay attention to it anymore. So. Either way, though, it's still an RIP. You know, this person made good stuff for kids. You know,
so many memes, like so many memes came out of that show. Like no other show can produce as many memes.
That's true.
Ever.
SpongeBob is the #1 meme show of all time.
Definitely.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Oh yeah, there's no other thing.
If I had to guess, I would say Dragon Ball would be one of the most.
Not mainstream, but like I can think of a whole bunch of memes for SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's the Patrick staring, Mr. Krabs looking weird, SpongeBob looking like a caveman.
Yeah.
Patrick's ass cracks showing all the time.
My favorite is when he does this.
Come on.
Whenever you see like someone post a picture of like a hot chick or something, I was like, social media or something stupid. So.
Speaking of which,
suicide joke that Squidward does. It's pretty funny too.
Yeah, speaking of which, did you guys see the hood version of SpongeBob?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Dashy one too, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think I missed that one.
Oh, dude, you need to check it out. Just the lip syncing is dead. It's so spot on. It's hilarious. Especially what's going on the show. When you watch them lip sync and do all this hefty shit, it fits so perfectly. It's hilarious.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and listening. And thank you guys so much for the fan art of Boozled and Nidge. That really support us for the show. Thank you guys so much for the fan art.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for that. That's awesome of y'all.
Talking about supporting, brought to you by headphones that mess with your computer. Can't use them, can't wear them.
And I gotta tell you something. I've been working on the last couple of days. I've been working on research how to make money on this podcast. I've been looking on some researches. I'm finding some stuff that we can make money out of this podcast, and I found some websites that we can do that I can sell our podcast to. So it's gonna take me a while to like sell the episodes, but yeah, so they're gonna be on SoundCloud. I might get some on podcast. It's on iPhone actually. If you guys have iPhone, and if you see podcasts, I'll try and get our show into podcast or something. I don't know. I was thinking about we can sell our episodes.
Any last thoughts on the SpongeBob thing? Any last thoughts?
Yeah, what I was just gonna say was I was just gonna add on to what Nidge was saying before. Like, yeah, at the beginning, SpongeBob was hilarious. Like, it was like when he talk about like how Shrek, they stuck in a lot of Shrek type stuff. It's true. Like, you know, it's just very like it was so timed perfectly and it was hilarious. But after the first movie, it was just like they were trying way too hard to be funny. A lot of potty jokes, a lot of just a whole bunch of nasty shit. You know what I mean? It's just like they just went downhill. Like, this wasn't even funny anymore. I wasn't even enjoying it.
Yeah, it's because the creator left right after the movie and a whole bunch of other people left. So they got a whole bunch of new people to come into the show. And, well, they didn't know how to write SpongeBob.
It's like the 90s. It's like the 90s already left at that point, and it took all the glory with it. Now that we're in the 2000s, a lot of the bad shit's coming out. It's like,
but the funny thing about SpongeBob is nowadays it's getting better because the kids that grew up on SpongeBob are now the ones. Some of them are starting to animate on SpongeBob and storyboard, so it's starting to get better.
So like Adult Swim SpongeBob, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of the people that grew up on SpongeBob are starting to work on it.
That would actually be worth watching in my book.
Oh, me too. Me too. I'm gonna take notes on that. What's up, Wheezy? And one of Ninja's mods.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to this. Thanks for listening on the show. By the way. So we got that topic done.
Yeah. So I guess to end on a final note, we all can agree, regardless of all of our whether we like the show a lot, a little, or none, it's still a life that's lost. You know, family lost him, especially at a young age, to Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
And also on top of that, a lot of children, especially you cats, you're getting older now, and that's huge to you because a lot of you are so young. You guys haven't experienced the loss of someone. I don't want to say you necessarily look up to him, but they made something that you really will remember the rest of your life. Even when you're 30, 40, 50, you still will remember SpongeBob. You know, it's just like once the creator of Pokemon passes away, like everyone's going to get hit. You know, like it's
Definitely.
that type
Well,
of thing.
SpongeBob will still be out in 30, 40 years.
I know.
Honest.
I know. I'm just ending on that note, and we'll definitely go ahead and jump on.
You make it sound like you're 50 years older than all of us. Like back in my day.
Who said that? Me or Jose?
No, I'm saying that you're making it sound like you're like 50 years older. Talking about, oh, you're back in my day. When all the
or something like it reminds me of a story.
Yes, exactly.
I'm a vampire, man. I told you.
So
yeah, you're old as hell, but you don't look
it. Talking about age, let me insert the one with the oldest living gaming YouTuber.
Yeah.
People who watch her call her grandma, but her name is Shirley Curry. You can look her up on YouTube.
Shirley Curry.
Shirley Curry, yeah. You can look her up on YouTube. She's the oldest living gaming YouTuber. She's like 70 something.
Really?
Or 80 something maybe now I think about it. I think she's
really?
81.
Knows how it's done. Somebody hold my teeth.
And so many people
that's gonna be a highlight. That's gonna be a highlight.
You were swimming in your daddy's nutsack when I was poning people in ping pong and Galaga.
So she's such a huge fan of Skyrim, and that's what mostly her channel is about, Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Skyrim. And a lot of people are trying to immortalize her as a player, as an NPC or character in the new Skyrim that's gonna come out in 6 years or something.
Oh,
Shirley Curry, I see her right here. Nice. She's 82.
82.
Oh my God!
Wow.
You can. There's a petition.
That's a legacy.
There's a petition for Bethesda Games to make her into a thing in Skyrim for the next one, for Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Which is going to come out in 6 years, by the way.
Oh.
And she's not getting, from a sub to view ratio, it's not the greatest, but at least the sub to me is still showing support. You know, even if you don't watch all the videos, just still subbing to someone to me. Like, for instance, if I had a person, like, they straight up told me, I'll sub to you, but I won't watch your videos, I'd still be okay with that. It just still shows that they support you in some way.
Exactly.
You know? They might tune in for like 1 or 2 videos a year, which is nothing on my channel, but that still means a lot to me. So that's why I tell a lot of people, like, if I have this many subs but not this many views, you have to really... Hey, at least they sub to you, you know, above all else, right? Like, you gotta get past that. You can't expect people to watch all your videos.
Dude, because when they announced that Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna come out in 6 years, she put out a comment, and the comment reads something like, "This puts the final nail in my coffin, literally. When Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, I'm gonna be 88, so I better stop dreaming for it." So that's pretty sad.
So she's the oldest gamer.
The oldest.
Yeah, she won the Guinness World Record for oldest living gamer.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The oldest streamer, I would say.
Yeah,
Or
YouTuber.
YouTuber.
Gaming YouTuber.
Yeah.
It says YouTuber on it.
Yeah.
So her petition
That's
for
cool.
change.org has 31,263 sign-ups.
Wow.
Out of the goal is 35,000. So I want to
35,000.
encourage people to go sign it because I watched her before this, and a lot of people want to make her into a character in Elder Scrolls 6. Because Bethesda is known to done that before for other people.
Really?
Yeah, they put a character in for this guy, but I forgot what it was for. But yeah,
Wow.
that's it. I just wanted to say that because I've been watching her for a while, and it's pretty sad that she might not be able to enjoy Elder Scrolls 6 when it comes out in 6 years. Because she's a huge fan. But
You'd be
yeah,
surprised.
Some years old. Yeah, I mean, look at Stan Lee. He lived to 94 or 5. That's like yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to wrap your head around that she might still be here in those 6 years, but like I said, like we just talked about, people die. So yeah, but that's it.
True.
And on a sad note and a happy note that we might be able to get her as a character in Elder Scrolls 6. So there's like the change.org.
That's a lifelong
I'm put it
legacy,
in
man. That's
comments. I'll put the change.org link in the comments.
Kind of
That's
cut
like-
out on there.
So you can talk about the next thing.
that's like the ultimate like memorial thing for hers, which I think is really cool. You know?
Yeah, she'll live on forever, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of
Exactly.
people would not argue with that. I think it's
You
nice,
shouldn't.
to see that. It's kind of gives hope, and it shows that people are, regardless of age, because I know there's a lot of stereotype from the younger generation. Like my friend, she has daughters, and she told her mother, like, you're too old to get a tattoo, and she's around my age. And I looked at her daughters. I was like, you do realize, like, most of the tattoo artists are like 50 or 60, which is way older than I am. You ever see bikes that are caked in tattoos? They're gray beards and they got their motorcycle. We're gonna say that they can't ride a motorcycle now too. Like, I'm like, some children say the dumbest shit, but
That
I
is
don't want
stupid.
that. Like, we're all young and dumb once, right? We all been there, and you guys will look back at yourselves and be like, wow, I can't believe I even had this remark or opinion. But either
I
way,
still do.
My point is that a lot of this is it's just amazing, when you look back at everything. And I like the wall that it's breaking down, because before, video games was just a predominant young male nerd culture, and that was it. Now you're seeing everyone,
The oldest living gamer, which is a woman.
You're old, if you're young, if you're a guy, you're a girl, or whatever the hell you want to identify these days,
If you're a dolphin or a dragon, it doesn't matter, man. Enjoy life. Enjoy video games.
Equality.
I don't know where that came from.
I'm trying to enjoy life too, as I can.
You got a long way to go. Don't worry.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
All right, so let's go on to the next topic. Which one did you want to pull out of your hat?
Well, if we can talk about the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet confirmed.
Okay,
Thanos.
Yeah. If any of you cats out there follow Death Battle, so basically it's a research fighting versus debate community and live action-ish, where a bunch of people research who would win between A versus B. The latest version, which is going to be the series finale, is going to be Thanos versus Darkseid. I always call him Darkseid, but people keep trying to bash in my head to say it right. But I'm going to go back and call him Darkseid just to piss off those. So anyways, my point is that a lot of people are wondering, is Thanos going to get the Infinity Gauntlet? The answer is yes. How I know that is because if you watch they have a daily, weekly podcast that you can catch on their channel at screwattack.com, or you can catch it after it's released if you don't join them in live time, where you can ask live questions. And the live question got through asking, is Thanos going to get the Infinity Gauntlet? They said yes. So to combat that, Darkseid is probably going to have what is known as Roland Ivan.
Anti-life equation.
And what does that do?
I'm guessing. I really don't know. I just know the name of it. I'm guessing he just manipulates life itself, like life, death, and it's this type of weird shit like that. But I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, fair
No,
enough.
if it's countering that, then maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it really almost sounds like they could be a nullifier of each other. They're almost like the same thing. It's almost like, you know, the GM of the Chevy vehicle or something. There's, you know. So we're
Yeah,
gonna have to
yeah.
wait and see what the research and everything pulls through. But I've got into the prediction debate. Very minor though, with people. They left comments on my last reaction with Jiraiya versus Master Roshi. And I guess if you guys want to take a quick snap at a prediction, we'll make it quick and then we'll move on, or do you guys just want to jump to the next topic?
Okay, yeah, let me get this out the way. I'm
Siri,
saying
flip a coin.
Wait. I'm saying Thanos for one reason, because he's on the left side of the screen. 90% of all the winners are on the left side of the screen. And so that reason alone is why I think he's gonna win.
I got the hacks. He figured it out.
Wow.
That's debunked. Exposed.
According to Siri, it also says Thanos. So Thanos is my vote.
My biggest argument, I say to people, and like I said, I don't know a lot about Darkseid.
Yeah.
Darkseid.
I was hoping people would jump on my video and educate me. So far, people have failed to do so, other than say, "Oh, Superman and everybody struggled to barely push him into a black hole. That's like the greatest thing, or the void or whatever." I'm like, well, that ain't nothing. If you take Thanos, he basically soloed Hulk and Thor. And these versions of Hulk and Thor, I know a lot of people are going to get mad, but they are stronger than Superman in these versions that I've seen. And Thanos, like, manhandled both of them. On top of that, it depends what versions we're using. That's a huge thing, right? There's different continuities. Everything's canon at the end of the day, right? You got old school Thanos, you got the Marvel 50, or not the Marvel 52, the Marvel, I can't remember what the hell it's called. You know, there's different versions of Thanos, right? In a nutshell. There's obviously different versions of Darkseid. You know, they all keep getting rebooted, re-shown, and blah, blah, blah. And I personally said, for sure, if they use Thanos wins, which is the strongest, to me, in my opinion, you would always use the strongest version of each character and have them fight. Because if you don't, you're squirreling one character. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. They can go, oh, we want to make it fair. Life's not fair. So why should this battle be, you know, like you're squirreling a character? So the strongest version of Thanos, in my opinion, and I'm pretty confident, will beat the strongest version of Darkseid. Just because he won in his comic. That means he defeated all the Celestials. And if you guys know what they are, the Celestials alone could solo the whole Justice League, no problem. Like, one of them could probably wipe out the whole Justice League. They probably would even wipe out Darkseid. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't see it. And then these guys, like, he wiped out everybody. Even the one I think the only person he did not kill, or I don't even think he even bothered, is the one above all. And that's like Stan Lee, technically. Like, you know, they don't really say it, but it pretty much is him. He's, you know, the creator of every Marvel universe. But he took over all the Marvel. He just won. And then the one above all is just like, well, I can't really, you know, like, in theory, he could have intervened, but he didn't, from what I read. It was just like whatever, you know, hey, you guys make your own destiny. He took out everybody in all the Marvel multi-universes, or maybe it was only half of all the universes. Either way, I've never seen Darkseid do that. I've never seen him do that great of an accomplishment or a feat. In fact, when he fights Superman 1v1, Superman ends up boxing the hell out of Darkseid. I've never seen him manhandle Superman. Okay, that right there alone tells me. I know he would take out Superman. I know he would. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with that, but
is that like full potential though? Is the thing.
Thanos, yeah, when he has that.
No, Darkseid. I'm talking about Darkseid though.
What about
full
him?
Potential? Like, you know, it was at his full potential when Superman was beating the shit out of him. Was that like his? Because I personally don't think that was his full potential yet, because there's no way he can get that fucked up, be the god of chaos, and get that fucked up so easily. I think there's more to him than just that one fight, and you know, probably others too. So I'm not sure. Yeah, like I don't know for sure, but I just think he didn't go all out. I'm pretty sure he could if he wanted to, but that's just me, because I don't really know for sure, because I don't really follow any of these comics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
During that fight with him and Superman, he was serious, because he's evil. Like, he has no restraints of killing Superman. He hates Superman with a vengeance because Superman always foils his plans. Like, Superman always stops him. And I'm not saying Thanos didn't lose, in the past from other people too. What I'm saying is if you take the strongest versions of both continuities and they collide, the strongest continuity of both of them is going to be Thanos. That's why when I say this predicament, I say if they're going to use both of the strongest, Thanos is going to win. Now, if they nerf Thanos and use like one of the weaker versions, like the one where he gets arrested by the cops and he's put in the back of a squat car, taken to jail, literally.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah. Well, then of course he's going to lose. I mean, he's still strong, but I mean, if he's even getting taken out by a police officer with a gun and and he can't break handcuffs, I mean, if that's the case, Wolverine could take him. Like the point is like it depends what version they're going to use. So of course we all have to stay tuned. I'm kind of throwing my prediction out on that way, just kind of a disclaimer, like. That's why some of the other battles like Naruto, I really like. Dragon Ball, I really like because continuities, there's not many. Like Dragon Ball only has a few continuities. Naruto's pretty straightforward, and there's other animes, like that's why I like them better.
Ruby,
there's like 50 different Supermen, and that's like annoying as hell because it's like, yeah, this Superman sucks. This Superman, it's a never-ending debate.
Especially going back with Naruto, the Naruto death battle, like Bleach is so like convoluted in a way because there's no straightforward answer to like what form of his is the strongest. So I have to say I think they did the best they can to try to even out the playing field because, like I said, Ichigo's powers are like it's super inconsistent. Like you said, Naruto's straightforward. So in that sense, I don't know how it's gonna play out with Thanos and Darkseid because all these continuities, like, are they gonna use like modern versions of them? Like, what are they gonna take into consideration? You know what I mean? Because like no matter who wins, is like someone's gonna come up with a different counter argument. You know what I mean? So I think this one's gonna be a little more tricky to decipher, in my opinion. What do you think?
Well, we don't know much about, at least I don't know about all of you, but we kind of don't know much about Darkseid.
Yeah,
like we haven't read the most powerful version of Darkseid. We don't even know what's his most powerful version. Because people keep saying the manhandling thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, when I made that statement, I said, see, this is the strongest thing I've seen of Thanos. And so far, and I asked everybody as a community when I said the comment, can anybody show me feats of Darkseid conquering half the universe and killing Skyfather, celestial type of beings? Of course, in the DC universe, they all have different names, and ranks. But, celestials are to blank, as blank is to blank. I've never seen Darkseid do anything of that magnitude. He's always struggled with Justice League characters, and to me, they're pretty much comparable to Avengers. Like, they really are when it comes down to it.
Maybe a little bit more. But
if I had to put my money on it, I would say the Avengers would stomp the Justice League. But once again, it comes down to continuity because you take the Sony Marvel Theater Thor versus Superman, he's gonna lose. But if you guys actually seen real, even Thor versus Wonder Woman, there's no way Wonder Woman would have beat him in the death battle. They got that wrong. And I'll explain it right now. Give me 30 seconds. They said Wonder Woman was stronger because she only pulled a third of the Earth, right? There's a comic that Thor was holding 7 miniature planets with one hand. And these planets were a little bit bigger than, I think, Pluto. And if you add up the math or whatever, maybe bigger than that. But the point is with one hand, he wasn't even twitching or struggling. Those 7 planets weighed more than Earth. And remember, Wonder Woman only pulled a third of that weight. We assume that.
Pluto.
Matt Martian, Super, Wonder Woman struggling to pull the Earth, which shows me that Superman is only even Thor's even stronger than this Superman. Also, her gauntlets break from any god weapons that touch them. Look it up. There was a low tier god weapon, like the most basic god tier weapon, was
30 seconds is up.
Okay, I'm stopped there.
No. Keep going. You can keep going.
Thor's hammer is top tier god weapon. Wonder Woman's instincts are to block. We know that. We can't. No one can deny that. She has that ultra instinct blocking. The moment Thor would swing his hammer at her, she would block it, thinking she can stop it. It would crush the gauntlets, instantly going through that, breaking her wrists. Her arms would be busted. And after that, he would just smash her face. If she did this, the hammer would go right through, break both arms, and go right into her skull. It's over. Literally.
I mean,
you wouldn't know that.
Honestly, I still.
She would dodge it then. She wouldn't block it. But her instincts are to block everything. Remember, this is a no prep time battle.
Honestly, though, yeah, but but with prep time, yeah, maybe. But at the same time, though, like I figured Death Battle would acknowledge something like that if they could. I mean, Pluto.
They did not know about her god weapon, her bracers being broken from god weapons. They did not even realize it. I made a video about that. And of course, they didn't mention it on their podcast or bring it up in a Twitter. They would not respond to me. Even the last one with the Jiraiya versus Roshi, I made a hella good point. I'm like, Roshi is not the lightning. At least nothing has.
No, he's not. I agree with you with. There's a lot of inconsistencies with that Death Battle that I don't understand.
But there's no proof. It's a theory at this point. And Death Battle is strongly against theories. So for them to use a theory, and you know me, I love Dragon Ball more than anything. And I'm sitting there not throwing him under the bus, but I am, like I'm actually sticking up for Jiraiya a lot on the speed factor, thinking I want to say Jiraiya is faster. I'm not saying he would win. All I'm saying is I really want the speed to be redone. Because
honestly,
if I know it's too great of a factor, then I would say Jiraiya would win because he would speed blitz Roshi. Roshi wouldn't be able to even tag him. Of course,
that's what I was thinking.
But
That's what I was thinking too, because not only his speed, but his hacks too. Like it said that he could turn him into a frog, but that requires specific circumstances. I'm like, I'm just like, what circumstances are they talking about? Because he can literally just put his forehead on his head, turn him to a frog, and then slice his ass in two. So I don't know what circumstances are they talking about in that regard. And also said he could counter being turned into a frog. I'm just like, have there ever been shown anything like that? And one thing I don't get is when he got caught in the Genjutsu, how was he able to kill him? Like, I'm still, like, baffled about that. I'm like, huh? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. That's why I said there's a lot of inconsistencies with that Death Battle. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, I may not disagree with it, but there's just so many things that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and I have to say something. I got disconnected for a little bit because my internet was wonky, and I knew that something bad would happen to me. Good thing I didn't stream because I know my internet will be wonky. But yeah, I think Nidge has to say something, or there's some questions in the chat we'll read later after the topics.
Yes,
so yeah, you can go.
We do have 2 questions to go over. Are we ready for those questions, you guys, or does anybody else want to?
Or we can finish up the topic. the topic.
Yeah, I'm ready. Just one.
We go for questions.
One thing I want to say is, remember that we can't take what they showed in the animation in Death Battle to 100%. Because it's just more for entertainment. So the whole Roshi killing him. Okay, maybe that's not how it would happen, but the point they're trying to make is that Roshi would win. That's it.
No, I get that. No, that I agree with that. It's just I know it's an animation. I know it's purpose only. But just from like a realistic standpoint, like that just doesn't make sense. If you're gonna do something like that, make it make some degree of sense. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
But at the end of the day, if you're complaining about the animation, the short answer is it's all entertainment purposes. Do not even take the animation as how it should start, how it should end. If you want to be a director or choreographer, you can learn animation and direct your own fight. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of really the best answer I could give you.
No, I'm not complaining about the animation at all. I'm just saying, like, obviously from an animation standpoint, it's fine. Do whatever you want. But from a like realistic standpoint between these 2 characters, like, how would it be possible? You know what I'm saying? Animation was great. I loved it.
Well, but the only criticism I have towards the animation is they should have put women in there. Just to bring out their characters.
Of course.
Everyone would agree upon. Like a bunch of women laying on the beach on their stomach, like reading like a magazine.
Oh yeah, then getting distracted by them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, both of them. Double KO by nosebleed.
Bring that out, and then the women with like turn around and do like a 5-hit combo on each one of them, and they both go flying, and then they be fighting each other while flying away. You know, being all
Yeah, that would have been.
That would be funny. That would be
just
great.
Throw it in there. Like that's the only complaint I have about the whole fight. I know it's not 100% accurate with the choreography. I enjoyed it. I just went along with it. But the women part, and I know Master Roshi now mastered the non-nose bleeding, but that still doesn't stop him from being if he sees a woman, he's like, you know what I mean? Like he's all up in there, you know what I mean? Like, also, like,
yeah, I expected that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Let's go ahead and let's talk about those questions real quick. We have the first question that is coming from Vertex. It goes, what movie can you watch over and over, guys, without ever getting tired?
Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
Oh, I probably might watch Black Panther all over again. That was a good movie. Good movie.
I feel like
Wakanda
there's a movie
Forever.
that I saw 3 times in 1 week. I don't remember.
Wakanda Forever.
Now, seriously, if you guys ever saw Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, that movie, even to this day, it's still fucking funny. I could watch that right now and I would still laugh my ass off if you know what that movie is.
Right on.
Okay.
All right.
Any more comments?
Boozled. What's the what movie you can watch all over again without getting tired of?
So over and over. If you had one movie that you had to keep watching over and over and it never get boring, what is it, Boozle?
It would probably be the My Hero Academia movie that was released this year.
Oh, yeah. I think Corson's watching that right now with Macro. And good bits.
I can watch that one.
Bits and Macro and Corson are watching anime together without us. Well, it's fine. We just need to bring the entertainment to these people every Sunday at 5 o'clock. We got to bring out some entertainment.
I can tell you the one movie that I've watched the most in my life, and I never got bored of it. I guess I kind of just grew out of it because I'm not that same kid. It was called Half Baked, but Dave Chappelle.
Half Baked?
Half Baked?
Like the 90s or 2000s. That was hilarious, but...
Oh, that movie. I searched it up. Oh.
Yeah, Half Baked, man. That was like literally at my house, because my house was the flop house for us kids back in the day, that because my mom worked second shift, so no one was home. It was just me, and everybody came to my house because we could do whatever the hell we wanted. There was no parents, basically. So that movie was always playing, and once it was done, somebody, and remember back then there was VCRs. Someone would stop the tape, rewind it, and hit play, and it just kept doing that all day. It was just the background noise. Everybody that I hung out with can recite probably the whole movie. Like, it was just that much. But so it didn't bother me then. Now, I guess in my adult form, my final form,
quote unquote final.
Yeah, right. I'm this movie, and this movie is very dark, but it's called God Bless America. Not for the faint of people. It's a very dark. It's probably rated R-ish, probably like R++. It's not X or anything nasty, but it's just very violent, and it is what it is. That or Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, I love Scott Pilgrim.
I love Scott Pilgrim.
Sequels. Unfortunately, it flopped in the theaters, and that just nerfed it to oblivion.
Yeah, but I mean the sequel.
Got a cult following, though.
It's hard to make a sequel because they kind of went along with the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically it was the graphic novel, but yeah, I love that movie.
Novel, comic, anime, same shit.
Yeah, manga.
It may as well be, yeah.
Oh, it's not an anime. Like, shut up. Anything that's animated is animated.
Yeah, like Corson and Macro and Fitz are watching anime, and
they should have.
A cartoon is animated, yes or no? Yes. Therefore, it's an anime. Yes. Just because Japanese people. A comic is a manga. Like manga, if you translate it in Japanese to English, it pretty much translates to comic.
A graphic novel is.
So we have a question.
Well, that's how we pretty much.
The next argument you can say is, oh, well, I don't like imports comics. You know, I don't like import. Like, I hate you because you're Japanese cartoon or American cartoon. You know, I'm saying that's really the next level you could argue it on. But to sit there and
if you've
tear apart
seen,
other things is stupid.
I don't like saying this name of this anime, but if you've seen Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, then
next question is
What?
yeah, exactly. Anime, Japan.
All right, Jeffrey Paul has a question, guys. Jeffrey Paul has a question.
Okay.
Go for it.
What is the spiciest thing you ever eaten? Ooh. I
Ghost
think
pepper.
Boozle has eaten something spicy. I saw one of his videos. So you can
mean, brother?
you ate some pepper, some ghost pepper or something.
I ate those like ghost pepper chips, and they were just burning my mouth like all night. And then the trip to the toilet wasn't pleasant either. But
the trip to the toilet, you were like, oh, this feels so bad. Oh.
I was like cooking fire.
Regrets.
Shitting fire.
Oh, I think the spiciest food I ever eaten was
This boy is on fire. See the meme of it? He's like eating the chips. Next thing he's like on the toilet like a side view, like
I bet
song
Boozle
going
needed
on.
milk.
That'd be awesome
I
as
bet
fuck.
Boozle needed lots of milk for that challenge.
Heck yeah.
Or ice cream, because milk and ice cream are like the same thing. They will cool your mouth down.
You know what the ultimate hack is to get the burn out of your mouth?
What?
Menthol gum.
Menthol gum. I need to take notes.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. Do any hot challenge ever. The moment you pop menthol gum in your mouth, it immediately extinguishes all the heat. I mean, milk is probably
The hottest.
best thing. Water obviously sucks.
That's the hardest thing.
It does.
Water actually does suck.
Literally will just. I'm telling y'all.
It's just only milk and ice cream can cool it down.
No,
Because
menthol gum.
ice cream
Menthol gum is like
menthol gum.
I'm talking like 100% get rid of that bullshit. Milk is maybe like 50%. There might be something in between that we don't know about.
Smoothies.
Menthol gum. I'm telling y'all right now.
All
If you
right.
don't believe me, try it right now.
I
The
will say,
spiciest thing I ever eat is jerk chicken. Jerk chicken is bless.
Jerk chicken.
Oh yeah. Hey, I gotta love that jerk chicken. Says chicken. Hey, hey guys,
chicken.
I'm Jamal. I'm gonna eat some jerk chicken. Says chicken.
So what's the spiciest thing you ever eaten, Ivan? Ivan, hello.
I think
He died.
he cut out. He cut out. He's not
Rip.
responding.
What about you, Nidge?
Rip. I think it's his dad that has McDonald's Wi-Fi or KFC.
Oh yeah, I will definitely answer that here. It will be answered soon. I was just following up on another person who had another question here. So yeah, the hottest thing I ever ate, I actually made a YouTube video of it. It was me and my partner at the time from YouTube, Shots. It was that flaming nuclear ×2 ramen noodle challenge. It was
Oh, yeah, I
so
remember.
damn hot. Huh?
Oh no, I was saying I remember.
Yeah, I think you're the one commanded to actually watch that. It was so hot after I ate it. Literally, there was sweat that was coming out of everywhere on my head and just beating down my head.
Did you
And
grab the
then
milk and just like shove it in and like
I didn't have the menthol gum that time, so like that was like stupid on my end. But my buddy Shots again, my old partner, he's willing to record again. Apparently, there's even a noodle that's even hotter than this one.
No.
According to him, it's even like 5 times hotter, and he said it was 18 times hotter. I told him no, because I'm gonna throw up or I'm gonna get a hole in my stomach and be rushed. Like I said, if that's really the case, that literally will be banned. Like that's too damn hot, because my stomach hurt. Like I honestly thought I damaged my stomach from even that 2 times flaming crap I ate. And
I guess Ivan had to go.
I had yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
The point is like, yeah, I had it definitely did not feel good crapping it out either.
Oh, never mind.
I'm back.
Oh, I thought you had to go.
Did I miss anything?
No,
you still need to answer what your hottest thing is.
What is the
It's the part
spiciest
where
thing
I
you ever
said I'm
eaten?
getting my brains out from the hot ramen noodle, the hottest thing I've ever ate.
The hottest.
Yeah.
The hottest thing.
search my channel for like NidgeDFX space hot ramen noodle challenge.
Yeah, I seen it.
2 of them should pop up. The original challenge that everyone did, and then there was the ×2 one. Like I said, that ×2 one, I was beating sweat off top. Like it was, you could see it on me when I was on live. I did it live stream. We did it. I was sweating, and I've never sweat from anything I've ever eaten. It was
the hottest thing I've ever eaten was Indian chili. Indian curry rather.
How much?
No, because I was working with my father once, and the owner was like making chili. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And as soon as I bit into it, my chest was on fire. I literally had to run home and take some like Xanax or some shit because I was gonna have massive heartburn. I was like, fuck it, I'm not eating for the rest of the day.
Oh, I thought you could get milk. I thought you were gonna grab milk and just shove it into your mouth.
Nah, I can't drink.
Milk
no.
Calcium too. So to prevent heartburn, drinking milk is a good measure.
I didn't have access to any of that stuff at that time.
Really?
I was home. I ran home and I didn't have milk or ice cream.
Oh, feels bad. That feels bad.
It does. It sucked. I don't live in a desert where there's no ice cream or milk that I can't get.
I bet that feels bad. Oh,
it does. It sucked, but it's good though. It was actually good.
That's like the same thing when I ate jerk chicken. I had to grab the milk or something. Well, I had water with me and I had ice. I'm like, okay, water or ice or milk. And I'm like, I'll try the water and then and ice. And it made it worse. So I'm like, okay, I'll get the milk and shove it into my mouth. That was my first time eating jerk chicken. This is my 5th time eating it, but it's still very good. Even if it's spicy, I like it. I like the shiz chicken. Gotta love Jamal.
Speaking of food,
nice.
Since we're on this topic, before we move on, I'm gonna tell you all right now, the hottest, well, my opinion, what I think is gonna be one of the hottest Christmas gifts, an air fryer. These things are amazing. Basically, it's a deep fryer, but instead of using oils and grease and all that, it's pure air. And it makes your food a 9.5 out of 10 taste like deep fryer. The only reason I can't give it a 10 out of 10 is because you're not getting that actual grease. You know, like when you bite into like a chip or like a French fry that's full of grease, you're not going to have the grease. So you can't say
your boy has one. Yeah, I already have one. Yeah.
An air fryer?
Really?
Yeah, I have an air fryer. We cooked some fries with it, and it was pretty good.
Do you see what I'm saying? That thing is legit, dude. Yeah. Crazy.
You add a tiny bit of oil on it, so
yeah, you can. You could spray it. Yeah, you could do. Yeah. You could definitely kind of before you throw it in there. But like, I did chicken wings in there. I did some French fries.
Damn, I'm starving now. Thanks.
Come on, everybody. Let's do the try not to get hungry challenge. Ivan's gonna fail. You guys ready? All right,
hell yeah.
Boneless chicken wing, cheeseburgers, chicken wings. We got some French fries up in here. Look at
I got put tater tots,
ice cream, hamburger.
Oh yeah, we put some
hot dog.
Okay, now you guys are actually making me lose my appetite.
Chicken, pizza, cookies.
Okay, so
not happening.
Are we gonna ask another question or go to another topic?
Another question.
Next question is we got another question. You guys ready to move on to that one?
All right.
Yeah.
So this one might not be able to apply to everybody. But this comes from Penguin Girl, aka Dream Girl. Now, what does everyone think about Walking Dead season 9?
I don't care because I don't watch it.
I haven't watched the final episode, but I've seen every other episode before that.
Okay, I'm sorry. We can't really answer the question without spoiling it. I will answer it with.
I never watched it, but Niche can answer it in the chat or something.
Good. I liked it so far. So
okay, cool. So without spoiling it, because some people still here haven't got around to it, I like it. I'm okay with it. I think that the show has to do what it has to do with what it has. These are real living creatures that have dreams and goals and whatever that in their life, and everyone's working around everyone's schedule to make it happen. I'm okay with that. I think it's great to break away from the meta, aka just because the comics did this doesn't mean they need to do that. As a kid, I had that mentality, and if I went back to my old self, I would spank my old self because I thought my old self was arrogant. Because when I saw X-Men as a movie, as a kid in the movie theater, of course you got all these people dumping millions of dollars trying to bring something to life, and I'm sitting there with my hands crossed as a kid, like, that's not what Rogue did. That's not what I remember as a kid, I was sitting there like this, acting like I was so cool. And Resident Evil, the same thing. Where's the mansion? Where's the zombies? Where's
Like brat there. That's brat at that point.
Well, yeah. Looking back now, it's like I was just the arrogant little shit. Like that's really the like seriously, that's just it. Like I was probably like your age, John, at the time. I was like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like if I saw my old stuff, I'd be like, pow, fucking one shot myself. But the point is like these are people that actually pour a bunch of money, bunch of heart. They try it, and I know a lot of them fail and don't do representation well. But at the end of the day, there's actors that have goals and dreams and different things, and things have to be different to accommodate and to adapt. I mean, does anybody really want some other actor that kind of looks like, this character to just kind of slide in and play as this character? Just to,
Harry Potter.
Like, no, we don't do that. You just gotta
like the guy who played Dumbledore.
I never seen it, so but you're probably onto something.
Yeah, that was like because the guy who played Dumbledore in the first two movies died, and they got a third one that looks exactly like him, but his character was so out of place. If you read the books, his character was so out of place. But I would just say just check it out. I don't want to get into it, but just check it out and you'll see what I mean.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I'm kind of arrogant because I do criticize, actually. I do criticize.
That had any opinions, or we go on to the next question?
Oh, and I have something to say. Okay, fine. I'm kind of arrogant because I like to criticize, actually. I do like to criticize some people, but I think that's too far of myself. Too far. That's why I should think before I say something. Think before I say something.
Yeah, learn from me. Trust me, man. You don't want to be that kid with their arms crossed.
Learn from your elders.
All right, next question then. You guys ready for this?
All right.
Yeah.
What game? This comes from Vertex. What game have you spent the most hours playing?
Fortnite.
Really?
I played Splatoon because that used to be my OG game in 2015.
Okay, so I can either say obviously Minecraft because it's a time-consuming game.
Get that out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft.
Minecraft it's a fun game, and once you get into it, you can't stop. It's a time-consuming game.
My game was Assassin's Creed Origins because I spent like 12 hours in that game and the Kingdom Hearts series.
So I can say GTA 5 maybe.
That game is long.
12 hours? Are you really gonna say that's the longest game you've ever played?
Yeah, it is the longest game I've ever played. Straight.
No, my GTA 5 thing, I know it was over a few.
I'm not bullshitting. I swear.
What about you, Brutal? What is the game you played the longest?
Probably Roblox.
How many hours do you have on that account?
I don't know, but I've been playing since I was like in 6th grade, so I don't know.
What grade are you in now?
10th.
Okay, so about 4 years. Do you play 8 hours a week or more?
8 hours a week?
Or more?
I play about like that much, 8 hours a week.
Oh, I see. That's
that ain't a lot, but it's still yeah, okay.
Well, do you play Final Fantasy the longest, Nidge?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Oh. The reason why Final Fantasy isn't going to be in my top, it's one of my favorite games, but the game ends, right? It really comes down to games that don't end. Just to put it in perspective, you guys know the #1 game I play on my gaming channel, Heroes of the Storm.
Oh yeah, I got that game. I need to start playing that game. Oh, what's up, Johnny? What's up, Johnny?
I looked up my GTA 5 account for my Xbox 360, and just time that I was wanted by the cops was 24 hours, and that's just wanted by the cops.
Funny. To put it in perspective,
I was level 94 on GTA 5.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
if I had to guess what game I had the most hours on ever, I would say it was probably. I'm gonna name off 4 games for sure, and one I have the most concrete evidence. I'm gonna start with the first one, Counter-Strike. I was an original beta tester before the game even became popular. Back then, there was only they were stickmen. You were a pure black stickman or a pure blue stickman, and all the guns looked like block figures. Then, of course, the game evolved to what is now Global Offense. But I played it from all the way from beta up until like 1.6, the original Counter-Strike, and then Global Offense came out. But the game back then never documented all my hours. Then there was EverQuest. But I would say that's probably one of my lowest ones. Left 4 Dead actually tracked it on my Steam. I had 300 hours. To put that in perspective, 24 hours isn't a day. So that's 10 days. 10 days is 240 hours, right? 24 times 10 and add 2 more. So about a day, or what did I say? 10 days and a few hours.
Cool.
But
yeah.
World of Warcraft, I only played the vanilla and a little bit of Burning Crusade, and after that I was kind of half-assed. At that point in my life, I was old enough to not be able to have the time to sit down, which is no excuse. But now, here's the
it's not.
I actually can log into my account, and the best part is it actually shows me all the hours of actually playing the game. This doesn't include me readying up, and waiting for a match to accumulate. Queuing up. According to my Heroes of the Storm data, I have 30 days on that game.
Hey.
So that's 30 times 24 hours. And
I just
look out a
looked up
calculator real quick. I guess I could do it.
I just looked up my thing for Rockstar Games, and just including my online character, I played 11 days as my online character. As the other characters in GTA, the story mode, I played 12 hours as Trevor, 19 hours as Franklin, and 15 hours as Michael.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
So that's about a whole week.
I got the thumbnail ready. So prepare.
And for my PC character, I only played about where is it?
To put that in perspective, I put 720 hours into Heroes of the Storm.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Which translates to about 30 days. Like almost a month.
God damn.
How many hours you play the game? Like, is it like 5 hours or 4 hours?
720 hours.
No, like when you play the game, like you like
It depends every night. I can only log in once and just play once and go to bed, or I could have my moments where I play like 4 to 8 hours. I don't stream. If I streamed every time I played that game, you guys would see my notification going off all the time. I don't do it because I think a lot of people don't want to see it, or I feel like it'd be annoying, so I just don't do it.
Well, it's like
57 hours.
It's like 1 week
GTA 5
on your gaming channel. 1 week.
What?
It's been like 1 week you've been streaming on your gaming channel.
I
1
know.
week.
I've been slacking hard. And I've been playing Heroes. I've actually played I've played a lot of Divinity as well. There's a game called Divinity. But it's a very slow paced tabletop Dungeons and Dragon type of game. And I just don't know if my community will accept it. Like they'll be like, what the hell are you playing?
Dungeons and Dragons. I always wanted to play that with someone, but I never found people that liked it.
To stream it is so boring if you don't know what you're doing. So, like last night, for instance, I play with my buddy. We played for about 3 hours. We literally spent an hour and a half just because this is the type of game it won't hold your hand. You have to figure out everything, where to go, just imagine watching some streamer just lost, talking to everyone in town, trying to find the littlest detail where to go. When I officially drop the videos, I have them saved on my computer. I'm going to chop the hell out of it so it actually makes it enjoyable to watch. But until then, I just don't feel like it's something worth streaming.
Yeah. We have to set up a time where we all can play something, remember?
Oh,
yeah, let's do that.
Everybody, we should do Cards Against Humanity. All of us.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds fun.
So
What are you guys doing
this
right now? We can
great.
cut this stream right now, re-stream in about a half an hour, set up Cards Against Humanity. I actually have all day off today. I did so much work. I have all day off.
And plus this winter we're not busy. This winter we're not busy. Me and Boozled, because we have Christmas break. So I'm like free. I play like if it's like Christmas break, I play around like 10 hours, but I do take breaks.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do I have the smallest head out of all of us?
Really? Like, look at mine.
Yeah, you do.
I like a fucking pinhead looking at everybody.
I have like
look at my body and shit. Look how big I am. I was like this little ass head.
You don't look that big sitting down.
Got piano hands. Oh, kind of.
Yeah, you got piano fingers, bro. Dude,
What are you talking about? Look at my head compared to my body.
I think John probably has the longest fingers out of all of us. Dude. His fingers are massive. It's crazy.
Yeah, you too, man. Actually.
Yeah.
When
are you coming?
I got the fattest fingers.
Never mind. We'll talk about that off camera. John, me and you are gonna meet up, dude. You said you were coming to the MOA. We won't say any more details.
I'll see.
I'm gonna meet up with you, man.
I'll talk to my family if we can go to
We'll go on a ride or two. We'll record some stuff just for the shits and giggles, man.
All right, we'll see about that because next year I'm gonna be going to events like Toronto Comic Con, Fan Expo. If VidCon invite me as like a guest, I probably might go to VidCon, unless if I grow big on YouTube. Well, kind of, because I only have 3,000 subscribers, and I bet I get 10,000 by next year. Well, Nidge is gonna get 10,000 by. I'm gonna predict this. Nidge is gonna get 10,000 subscribers on January. I'm predicting that January.
I appreciate it.
Like the way you're blowing up right now. It seems like you're going to get 10,000 subscribers by January. That is my prediction.
Bold prediction. I'm probably going to hit 1,000 before this year ends.
Oh, yeah, because I'll be doing a New Year's live stream.
Why not jump into cards or something? Yeah. Or are we going to do next topic?
Or for New Year's, I can stream Card Against Humanity or something. Like, I have nothing to do on New Year's. I have nothing to do. Like,
yeah, let's do a New Year's. We can do a New Year's party of Cards Against Humanity. I'm down.
Or
man.
we can play games on Steam. Like I can get some games on Steam or stuff like that, and I can give it to you guys.
Get Tabletop Simulator.
Oh yeah, sure. But since Ivan doesn't have a PC, feels bad.
On there, you can literally.
Or we can play Jackbox Party Pack.
All right.
Like,
or if you really
I'm gonna get a laptop soon.
Throw down and get gangster. You can get one of those.
You play like your device, and then you answer like funny questions, and that's a good game. Jackbox Party Pack. So I have the game on Steam.
Only one person has to buy it, so the rest we can play for free.
I have it. I think I have it.
So yeah,
I have the money.
Stream that. Do we have any other topic or questions, or are we gonna do something else?
Can I tell you guys something? I will stream a lot this winter because I made a community post that I might be doing Splatoon 2 streams, Splatoon 1 and 2. Might do Jackbox Party Pack 3 streams, Brawlhalla streams, Fortnite, Roblox, New Year's stream, or reacting to you guys' suggestions. I know people are telling me to do Roblox. They're like, John, the little kids are like, John, play Roblox, please. And I'm like, okay, fine, I will play.
We can tell you that we had fun playing Roblox.
Of course.
Remember where you came from, dude? When I first met you, you were a little shit yourself, man.
I don't know.
Hey, all I'm saying is you all are growing up. I remember when 8 Hours there and Lucky and all. You guys were little kids. You guys are it's cool. Like I get to see y'all grow up at the same time. It's like we get to hang out, with you know the same interests and stuff. And we have fun. Even you, Commander, your voice is getting deeper now, dude. I can see you're older now. It's cool. Like, but we're
how old is everyone here?
18,
16.
Who's 4? Who's 4? I guess I said 4.
I said 14. I said 14.
Oh. Okay, so that's
okay. Do I really have to turn on my mic so badly? Oh my God.
Okay,
but yeah, the little kids are like, John, play Roblox. Oh my God, play Roblox.
You won't regret it, John. You won't regret it. Trust me and Nidge, you won't regret it. It's a fun games. Fun games. You
I
can find
streamed
fun
Roblox
games.
yesterday. Like, it's
Oh
so
yeah, you were streaming it.
I'll check it out when I get a
was about
chance.
to raid you because last night I was streaming Splatoon. I was streaming Splatoon because I love grinding in that game. Favorite game in Nintendo. Well, people are saying it's like Black Ops, or no, it's like Call of Duty. It's not Black Ops. It's like Call of Duty basically.
It's third person.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
That's where like people are saying that.
Yeah, Splatoon's pretty fun. Sucks that now I have to pay for it because
true.
online I have to pay for.
Okay, yep. I want to get into that topic too because there's
It's
more. topics we can
Nintendo
talk
made an
about.
online service that you have to pay for it, and it wasn't there before. So anybody who got Splatoon before that will now have to pay an extra.
Oh, lucky. But I need to tell you this. So Xbox and PS4, they have their own like online service, right? They have you guys have to pay. Now Nintendo is like having this idea. They're like, oh my god, I think we need to copy Xbox or PlayStation, so the people have to pay for their online service because
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
That's
you're
their
paying,
idea.
triple of everything.
But it's
Yeah.
okay if I had to pay like I have to buy like the 12-month subscription then. I have to buy the 12 months then.
The way I see it is if you're only paying a little, I'll put it this way: if there was a PC community that I would pay $10 a month, and then I would never see cheaters on Fortnite and every other game I play, I would be happy to pay that. That's why I quit Fortnite, was because there was too many hackers. There's too many
I know you uninstall it on your computer.
Yeah, I rate it. Like that motherfucker hacking. Like
hacking.
I wasn't even buttered
Hacking.
lost.
That's why I play on the Switch.
You're pissed because there are a bunch of cheating bastards out there.
Oh, another thing with
Yeah, he
Nintendo.
was raging in that game. He was raging in that
Nintendo
game.
just beat hackers, like for now, because you can never beat hacking. But for now, Nintendo like defeated hacking. Even some of the most prominent Switch hackers had to clap for Nintendo because there was a software weakness. There was a whole hardware weakness on the Switch that hackers could exploit easily.
Oh.
And there's not much you can do about it. You can recall all of them and change the hardware. No, they went and updated some software and done. They somehow got around the hardware thing with just an update.
Wow,
And if you don't get the update, you can't go on the store.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, everybody. This is probably where I'm about to call it now because my phone's about to die and I'm about to head out of here. So I'm gonna have to call it out.
All right. Good luck watching Dragon Ball.
I will, guys. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.
Take
Bye.
it easy.
Yeah.
Good luck watching Dragon Ball.
Go ahead,
I'll let you know how it is.
I'm gonna close everybody. I'm the host, so y'all better wrap this up because I'm gonna cut the stream soon.
All right, Nez. I'll see you later. All right, bro.
See ya. All right, we can wrap
See
it
you
up.
guys.
All right, take it easy. So it's been 1 hour, I guess. We can like cut this off because I got some work to do.
Boozle take it away because Boozle hasn't said anything this whole damn stream.
Oh yeah, it's just only the questions, and plus there's a question in the chat. Where did you get your news? I think online because that's where we got our topics from. That's where we usually get our topics from.
Okay. Come on, Boozle. You're gonna take it off. You're gonna what is it? Sign out. Yeah.
No, we have some questions and then we'll wrap it up. You know, we can get some questions and we can wrap it up.
Rapid fire questions.
All right, so guys, get your questions in because we're gonna end off the episode. You know, we're gonna end it off because I gotta upload this episode to the channel. And thank you guys so much for 40 subscribers on the channel. Let's keep that Reaction Squad podcast channel growing. And I'm trying to get some ad revenue. I'm trying to get some businesses and some guesses. Fitz told me in Skype that he might get like a guest on the show. He's thinking about
Like a voice actor or something.
A voice actor or some animator. It wouldn't be nice because
come on.
the only guesses who joined are Macro and I guess Bruzel's considered as a guest, but I guess he's a member right now. I think. Well, he's a member. It's official. It's actually official. We only had Wheezy, I guess Bruzeled, and Macro. Those are the three guesses. And Johnny. So that's
what
why.
food is delicious but a pain to eat?
Oh yeah, there's a question. What food is delicious but pain to eat? I guess that's a question for all of us. I don't know what
Chicken wing.
chicken. Okay, yeah, I eat
Corn
these.
because it gets stuck on your teeth.
Hot ass chicken wings, but man,
wings are
when I
great.
eat it, it's like ow,
Chicken.
ow, it burns. I keep.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even know why the hell I'm eating it, but I just keep eating it.
Chicken.
It tastes good, but it burns.
Oh,
It's so good.
Anything else, or we can get
there's some questions.
Google to sign us off. What
I
is
guess Vertex is going in with the questions. He's going in. Well, yeah, you can guys ask some questions and have some pulled up a little bit on Twitter.
The hardest I've ever worked. I could answer that too. But what about you guys? What's the painful food question? You guys answer.
Chicken.
corn?
Chicken.
Corn gets in my teeth, so I stopped eating it.
What about you, Ronald?
Probably like I like eating peppers, but then they like burn me. That's probably
Of course, ghost pepper.
they taste good. They just burn.
So I guess this is our final question, right? Final question from Vertex. Is
Yeah,
what's the hardest thing you ever worked?
Me trying to find my research to get ad revenue on this podcast. Well, at least Nidge has the ad revenue now. He's like, my ad revenue now.
You don't even sound, Niche. Are you just making a face?
Unmuted now.
No, it's
Yeah.
better when you're muted.
Yeah, what's the hardest you ever worked? Well, me, it's just getting ad revenue on this podcast, trying to dig up my research. And I'm like, okay, since Nidge has the revenue from this podcast, I don't know how much he got from these episodes.
The hardest I've ever worked is I was in the Army and I went 4 days without sleeping and we were doing a drill. And obviously, like, to be honest, I might have conked out 10 to 20 minutes now and then because I was sleep deprived and I was hallucinating and seeing things that weren't there. But we had to stay awake to be on alert. But yeah, that was probably the hardest I've ever worked. And that's
I could have said this to Corson because someone told him to he made an idea to shave his hair off, and I was gonna act like a general and be like, "You need a haircut, soldier."
What about you, Boozle? Do you know what's the hardest thing you worked?
Well, recently I tried to find ways to stream on multiple websites. So I kept searching up random streaming websites, and I signed up for that. And I signed up for that one. And then yesterday when I was streaming on like 10 websites at the same time.
Doesn't Restream do that?
Yeah.
Restream, yeah, like you can stream on Twitch.
You must have forgot.
And plus,
I forgot until like the last minute. I'm like, oh.
I guess he's been digging up some research, finding some websites to stream on.
Yeah.
Yep, gotta have some research.
Coldest. The last question is coldest you ever been.
The coldest. I need to take from here.
I was working and near the window Monday, and Monday was like 30 degrees, and I was working near the window, and I got sick because of that. So I was so cold. I was
30 degrees. That's it.
30 degrees.
Where? Dude, where
so
I
much
live, it's
wind.
like negative 60.
I was like outside, man.
Hey, at least you're not in Canada. Hey, at least you're not in Canada because
It's cool, man. If you're cold though. It's cool.
Because Russia and Canada, they're like the two coldest places, and Antarctica, they're like the two coldest places. So I basically live in the second coldest place, Canada, which I do get sick in the winter, but I don't know. I drink cool. I like to stay indoors for the winter because I'm not that type of person that goes outside and just plays in the snow. I'm not even a little kid. I used to do that, throw snowballs at some people while having fun. Well, sometimes getting in trouble. We might have a story time topic about that next episode or something.
Nidge, you were bragging a bit there. What's the coldest you ever been?
It's about negative 50 or 60 outside.
What?
Yeah? Doing
That's
what?
how cold it gets. If
We-
you guys
we
been
do
to
the
Minnesota
military stuff?
before, Minnesota gets like negative 50 or 60, dude.
Damn.
It gets, dude. Like I'll put it this way, I'll spit and it'll freeze pretty much before it hits the ground. And if you actually pee outside while it's negative 50 or 60, you'll just see pure steam coming right out of your wiener as you pee, and then the water's freezing as it hits. I'm
Oh
telling
my
you, man,
gosh.
everything becomes instant ice. YouTube videos right now, people will go outside with a super soaker in negative 50, 60 weather, and they'll
What?
spray it. It becomes instant mist. It literally it doesn't even. It's not even water anymore because they do boiled water. It just becomes evaporated. It's just because of the extreme fluctuation of the temperatures colliding. It's brutal when it gets really cold.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
It
Oh,
sucks.
What about you, Boozled?
Well, the coldest was like negative 6 degrees for me, not negative 50, but I was like, I was just outside shoveling the snow, and then it just. Ugh.
Well, you have to do that chores. Gotta do those chores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
guess
get a lot of snow too there, Boozled, where you live?
Not that, like, it was snow like what was, I don't remember, but it was
Yeah, 'cause,
snowing a lot.
Yeah, because I live in Georgia, and where I live, it snows like once or twice a year. That's it. So we enjoy the snow because once or twice a year.
Oh, it's cold here in Ohio. Oh, okay. Anyways, we should wrap this episode up. I guess Nidge, come on, take it away. Take it away,
Yeah, it's
man.
tradition for Nidge to
If
do
you
it.
guys like me nipping out because it's so cold outside, make sure you join the podcast nation. Your chance to do so is going to be like right here. And of course, you know, we got some buttons and all this crazy, crazy stuff over here to get your feet wet. But if we ain't your cup of tea, I'll go find it. It's out there. Hashtag believe it. Insert Naruto. If you don't like that and all that bull-dinky, you can kiss my white, pale. Just kidding,
And
that's
I'll see you
black,
guys.
so-
We'll see you guys in
No.
episode 12. Episode 12. See you guys on episode 12. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
Amanda signing off.
Oh,
How do I stop this quick so it doesn't sound...
I'm gonna bust a nut. Oh no, not November.
We're still live. It still says
Hang up.
live.
Leave the call. I don't know how do I... Oh, stop the
Just kick the
broadcast.
stop. Stop.